Dस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादि पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Please read, one of you. Yeah, they have another mic with them? Yeah. Let's read that, yeah.
Spiritual life at home. Living like a temple resident while being a Grihastha. A guide for householders, devotees.
Yeah. I read that.
Establishing the temple at home. It's not busy.
You can come here. Yeah. Yeah.
External structure. The sacred space. Have a clean, beautiful altar. This is the heart of your home. Offer daily arti, incense, lamp, and food offerings. Maintain cleanliness and sacredness, as physical purity supports mental purity. Where Krishna is worshipped sincerely, that place becomes Vrindavan.
In Pune, one sannyasi came to a temple. One Grihastha couple came to invite him to their new home, new house. So that Grihastha told Maharaj that, Maharaj, we have taken a new house. Today we are doing Griha Pravesh. Morning we did Griha Pravesh. Evening we want to have a program by you. So morning we welcomed the Lord in our home. Evening can we come? So Maharaj was he was asking them, is it your home or is it Lord's home? He asked. Then actually the devotee said, oh Maharaj, it's Lord's home, he said. And then this Maharaj gave an amazing explanation, which really was thrilling to me. He said there are two types of consciousness we can have as Grihasthas, he said. One is to think that this home is Lord's home and the Lord is in the center of the house in Brahmastan. We call it, no? Brahmastan is the central portion of the house. The Lord is residing here and me and my family are also allowed to stay here as his servants. Just like I am Radheshyamdas here. So I am staying in the abode of Radhavandavachandra. So you all know Radhavandavachandra temple hall is a big hall, correct? And just outside that, on this side, if this is the temple hall, this extreme corner, we have Brahmacharya ashram, which is like outhouse. So what should be my consciousness? I should think that I am living in the outhouse as one of their servants. We have some 100 brahmacharis. So 100 servants. I am one of those servants and going to the temple and enter service to the Lord. And Radha and Krishna are like the king and queen living in the palace of Radha Vandavachandra. They have their Govindas for entertaining their guests. They have their guest house for accommodating their special guests. They have a gift stall, paraphernalia, everything for people to benefit. And the Lord is giving darshan and audience to the people. And anybody visiting the temple is Lord's guest, correct, no? That kind of consciousness, if you cultivate, that's most ideal consciousness. It's the reality, actually. Isn't it? So Maharaj is saying something similar. He was telling them, you should think that Lord is the owner of your house and you both are servants who are staying there. So Griha Pravesh means Lord does Pravesh first, sanctifies the entire house. And then the husband, wife, children, they enter after that. So that their life would become auspicious by that, like that he was telling. So now, when we make a beautiful altar in the home in that way, then we are very attentive. The Lord should be kept in a clean place. So you keep the home very clean. Because who is owning the house? The Lord is owning, so it should be very clean. And morning we have to rise early, remove the old flower and put fresh flowers, remove the old fruits and offer fresh bhoga to Lord. Mhm. Like in America, I was traveling to various places. One observation I made in one of the houses, we had a retreat for almost 40 students. They have a huge bungalow. Huh? Like this room, they may have around, say, 10 rooms like this, huh? 10 or 12 rooms. It's a very rich people. One thing I found, they opened their door for the entire weekend. Huh? So Saturday, Sunday, we went on Friday, we left on Monday. Monday afternoon, we left. It's a long weekend, they call it. 2.5 days, 40 of us stayed there. So they gave all the rooms and they cooked also prasad. And I found that night till night 10:30 they were busy. Morning they got up and they went to the Prabhuji Mataji, they went to the puja room and offering fruits, bhoga to the Lord, sweet rice to the Lord, and performing arati for him and everything. So they are rich people, but they are very Krishna conscious people. So, and they are also opening the doors for conducting a retreat. Which rich man in the weekend would want to offer his whole house for entertaining 40 people in the house? It's a laborious thing. Anybody can very easily say a no to it, correct? No? So it is inconvenience, undoubtedly. They have two kids also at home, you know. But one should know that, when we open the door of our house for doing such programs, then your possessive mentality goes far away. Proprietorship mentality. You think this home is for Hari, Guru, and Vaishnavas. Think like that. Similarly, when you make an altar in the home and very promptly worship, like it is mentioned here, wake up early. You read that one, daily schedule, correct? No? Yeah, wake up early before 5 a.m. Chant fixed hours.
Daily schedule we have.
Read that daily schedule.
Daily schedule. Temple residents progress because their day is structured around Krishna. At minimum, maintain wake up early before or around 5 am, chant fixed rounds daily, read Srila Prabhupada's books daily, offer food before eating, attend temple programs regularly, physically or online. Spiritual life grows by regulated practice, not by occasional inspiration.
Yeah. Isn't it? Occasional inspiration means, festival day, Gaur Purnima is coming, let's go to temple. Ram Navami is coming. That's very good to go to temple for inspiration. But we have to connect to some temple program in the early morning. You can connect to Mayapur, you can connect to Vrindavan, or you can connect it to Chapati, or here also, if it is coming online. Is Kanpur coming online? It's not coming. Whichever temple is coming, many homes, they do Mangalarti along with them. Mangalarti, Narsingarti, Tulsi Arti with that. Put on the TV and you can watch that. And then sometimes people join on Zoom japa. You all have Zoom japa in the morning here in Kanpur? Some groups are there, yeah. You're able to join, chant with devotees. Then some few hundred devotees are joining. Very powerful. Similarly, reading groups also, if you join. You have reading groups here? Some like daily reading groups you have here? Yeah. So when you join some reading group, like I started the reading group on 1st January. So early morning 4 to 4:20 and night 8:40 to 9. The idea was 8:40 to 9, watch it and go to sleep. And morning get up at 3:30 and get ready and come for 4 to 4:20, go for Manglar. That's the idea. So morning Chaitanya Lila and evening Krishna Lila. So the first day, January, can you guess how many must have come? Our Zoom blew off. 1,200 came. First day. I said, let us see how many of them will stick on. Now, almost close to how many? 56 days are over now. Now, about 350 are coming regularly. So, but these are very consistent people. Same people are coming. It's not very easy to be consistent. So, in spiritual life, starting is easy, stopping is easy, correct? What is difficult? Maintaining is difficult, consistently. So, consistently getting up for chanting, artis. Actually, if any Grihastha, Mataji, Prabhuji, you do it, these things you do, your home will be a blissful place for you. My special master used to say that if you have two breads, between the two breads, you put jam, correct, no? So, what is the most favorite part in a bread for you? Jam, correct, no? When we were kids, my mom would put the jam like this and give. And when she goes to kitchen, I'll take spoon of jam, directly eat it. Correct, no? It's so delicious. You take 2, 3 spoons and eat it. So the jam is like Radha Krishna. And husband and wife are like bread. In a bread, if there's no jam between, then life is boring. Correct, no? But when you have jam between the couple, there should be divine couple. Huh? So this is the way you bring the divine couple in between. By waking up early, husband is amazed, is looking at the wife. Oh, you got up before me. And she is amazed. Oh, you got up before me. They're competing to get up, not competing to sleep. So when they got up, then they take a bath. Like a husband sees that wife has not only got up, she's already bathed and ready. She's gone to the kitchen, so he feels inspired. So in this way, then they chant their rounds and then join some reading group or join some Zoom japa group, aratis. They offer the food before eating, attend temple programs. And to temple, at least one full morning program, 4:30 to 9:30, once in a week. In Pune, we have announced it to all the congregation. If you come to the temple, that one day in a week will give you inspiration for continuing on the other days. If possible, we can even do more than that also. And so this is called regulated practice. Yeah, read that.
The temple in consciousness, internal mood. Temple consciousness is primarily a matter of identity, not location. Always remember, I am not living in my house. Krishna has allowed me to serve him from this place.
This is what I was telling you. This is Krishna's temple. Some people are very devoted to the deity at home. They serve the deity very faithfully and to the degree. So that consciousness is mentioned here. See, not my house, it is Krishna's house. Not my family, it is Krishna's devotees entrusted to my care. Not my work, it is Krishna's service. So this is one of the ways by which one can bring Krishna into one's life. Um, so this consciousness is very, very special. Let me give an example for this. In the 2.5.5 Srimad Bhagavatam, there is one verse where Narada is telling about Supreme Lord. He's comparing Supreme Lord to a spider. See, if you see in the corner, sometimes the spider makes a web. You've seen that? What do you call that? Cobweb. Goes round and round and it brings something out from the mouth. And then with that, it makes a cobweb and sits in the middle. Have you ever seen that? Does it get entangled in the middle? No. Who gets entangled in that? Insects. So, Brahma is telling Lord is like a spider. He creates universes from his own substance created by him. He doesn't take anybody's help. He is totally independent. When you want to create universes, they come from the pores of his body. All the universes are coming out. Whereas when we want to create a house, we borrow materials from the Lord. Correct, no? And for combining the materials, we need laborers. No? And when the laborers come, we need their cooperation also. Sometimes they quarrel, things won't happen. Correct, no? To get the laborers, to get their cooperation, get the materials and assemble the materials. And for all these things you need, what do you need? Lakshmi you need. And Lord has all Lakshmis at his lotus feet. Lakshmi Sahasra Shadasambhrama Sevemanam. So they are ready to do everything for him. Correct, no? So Lord does everything from materials created by himself. Whereas we borrow materials from the Lord and we combine. Another thing, after the Lord creates the millions of universes, the word Aklamaha, he says. Aklamaha means he doesn't get tired. He's ever fresh, he says. Whereas when we do hard work all day in the office, when we come home, what do we feel? We feel tired. Correct. And why we feel tired? Because when we are doing the work, we worry about the results. When the results come out good, we become proud. When the failure comes, we feel sorrow. We feel sadness. And if we succeed and make a lot of money, we fear that somebody not load this money. Correct, no? So these thoughts of pride, lamentation, fear, worry about the result, these are the things which make us tired. Whereas the Lord, when He produces, yes, He's detached from all these things completely. So He's Aklamaha, He's completely free from tiredness. So He's saying that when we carefully observe everything we do in life, we will come to know the Lord's role in our life. One farmer was telling the Lord, my dear Lord, how much hard work we have to do in this world for growing all these plants. So Lord asked him, who gave you the earth? He said, you gave the earth. Who gave you the mango seed? He said, you gave this mango seed. Who gave the potency in the mango seed to germinate and grow into a tree and produce thousands of mangoes? My dear Lord, you only kept that. Who gave you the rain shower? You only gave. Who gave the sunlight to give warmth and heat to the plant? I mean, my mango sapling. My dear Lord, so you only have given. Then Lord asked him, what are you doing? Then the farmer thought, I'm only doing one thing. I'm just digging and putting the seed. That is how much percentage of the work? How much percentage you think? Is it 20%? 5%. Yeah. So Lord does most of the work. Think about it. Huh? So in this way, we have to go from doership to divine consciousness. Doership to divine. Huh? So instead of thinking I am doing anything in this world, we should think that actually Lord is doing most of the work. Huh? Like this house you have constructed, Lord gave the materials for this. Huh? And Lord has created all the materials and given to us. We are just combining them and making them. Similarly, food we eat, Lord gives rain shower, grains, fruits, cereals, everything. We just have to bring it. That's all. Bring it from there here. Correct. So in this way, we should see the universe as a big house which belongs to Lord. He's a proprietor. And he is the maintainer because he brings all the grocery for us. And he is the supreme controller. So from there, from the big universal house, you take the grains and bring it to a small house, which is your house. From the big universal creation of all the materials, you pick up materials and make your own small house. Because we are tiny living entities, we make small provisions for ourselves. Lord makes oceans. In our house, we make a swimming pool. Lord makes a moonlight, we make a dome light. Correct? No, Lord makes the mercury bulb, Lord makes the sun, we make a mercury bulb. Correct? No? So Lord put some Saturn, Jupiter, and rotating in the universe, and we put some Sputnik rotating around the Earth. Correct? No? We do the same thing in a small way. We do. Like one day I was flying in the plane. From there, in the night, when I saw below, there were millions of bulbs. I was just thinking in the night time, if the jivas want light, they have to put millions of lights they have to put. When Lord wants to give light in the morning, he just hands over one light, big light. What is that light? Sunlight. Night, if he wants to put a night light, he gives another night light. What is it? Moonlight. Amazing, no? Just one light he puts and everything is lit up like that. So understand how Krishna is the proprietor in this world, and also understand how small we are. Then that will help us with this consciousness. It's not my house, it's Krishna's house. It's not my family. So a man should think that my wife is a gift of Guru and Krishna. Like that is the mood in which his Lord has sent this personality to me in my life, to help me become a nice devotee. So that's the way one should accept the wife. And one can also see that this wife of mine, she is not my servant maid. Her name also is Radhika Devi Dasi, correct? No? So Devi means she is a goddess. And Dasi means she is servant of Krishna. When one sees her like a servant of Krishna, three ways we should see the wife. She is servant of Krishna, and she is also gift of Guru and Krishna, and she is a spiritual partner. If you see in these three ways, then the family life would be much different than ever. Because on the other hand, if a man sees the woman as just object of enjoyment, she is meant to give me pleasure, she is my servant, and then she thinks, I will give pleasure to this fellow, but I will control him. Both are in a controlling mood. She tries to dominate and he tries to dominate. Then it's not a happy family. It's a quarreling family. Yeah. I read that.
Seeing family as devotee association. Spiritual companionship. Association is the greatest strength in spiritual life. Marriage is not only for emotional or material support, it is meant for mutual spiritual elevation. See your spouse as a servant of Krishna, a gift from Guru and Krishna, a partner in returning back to Godhead. Your goal is not to control each other, but to protect each other's devotion.
Yeah. So we all need a good association. So sometimes husband wife say, bro, we don't have association. Who said you don't have association? You have association with each other also. Huh? So the provided you have this kind of particular outlook that is mentioned here. Huh? Mhm. Like, marriage is not just for emotional or material support. It is meant for mutual spiritual elevation. So let us take some examples from the Shastra. Take Sita and Ram. One day Sita in the jungle told Ram, "Yeah, I request you that you give up this bow," she said. Ram asked why. She said, you see, if you carry this bow, you will become violent. Hmm. Ram said, how do you say that? She said, once upon a time, Indra saw that one sage was becoming more and more great tapasvi. Tapavalam was increasing for one of the sages. So Indra came down and gave a sword to that rishi and said, can you please take care of this? 6 months later, I'll take it from you. And the rishi agreed. And then while going in the forest, the rishi would carry the sword and cut the grass. Like that on the way while walking. It'll be easy, easy to cut. But over a period of time, he became very violent and he started catching the cranes and cutting them. And after 6 months, when Indra came to see, this fellow, Rishi, was putting like a dozen cranes on his neck, all hanging, dripping with blood. He was coming. Indra was very happy that now this fellow has degraded in his life and no more tapavalam now. So she told this story and said, because the sage was keeping the sword given by Indra, he got spoiled by that. Similarly, if you give the bow, you will also get spoiled. Give up your violence and be non-violent to all creatures, like that she said. And Ram smiled and said, see, Sita, the country is ruled by Bharat and the forest should be ruled by me. That's what Bharat told me. You rule the forest, I will rule the country. So in the forest, it is important to uphold the dharma. Anyone who breaks dharma should be corrected. Therefore, I am carrying this bow. I can promise you, if I ever deviate from my vow to uphold dharma, at that time you tell me from that day on, I will give up my vow, he said. So Sita became happy after hearing this. She said, thank you, that's nice. So in the same manner, you will see that here is an example where the wife is teaching husband principle of dharma, and the husband also gave his response. And there is another example of husband teaching wife to dharma. One day, KK Raja went to the forest, and he went to the hermitage of one rishi. And he came to know that the rishi knows the language of the birds and animals. So he asked the rishi, can you please teach me the language of the birds? When they chirp, like our Dinavantha Prabhu used to say, doo, 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 doo. Like that one bird used to make, Radhe, 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 Radhe. Like this, like that he would say. There would be another bird, tuk, 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 tuk. Like that he would do. So Prabhuji would say, Radhe, Shyam, Radhe, Shyam. So he would decode it. Who? Dinavantha Prabhu, yeah. So every bird, the way it would make noise, Prabhuji would decode and say what the bird is saying, like that. Similarly, the rishi was able to decode, so the king was very eager to learn what the birds are speaking with one another. So rishi told, see, I can teach you. You are going to stay with me for a month. I will teach you. But you have to promise me one thing, that you should not reveal what the birds are speaking to the common men, because common men can abuse them if they come to know. So they should have that privacy when they're talking to each other. And if you do that, if you reveal this to anybody else, on the spot you will die. Like that he said. And KK Raja said, perfect. I will stick to what you said. So he learned it. Then he went back to the palace. One day he and his wife were sitting in the garden. So two cuckoos are speaking from two trees. One of them was making sound. Then another cuckoo bird, like that it was making sound. And the king laughed and laughed. And his wife was asking, hey, why are you laughing? Look at these words, how funny they are, what they are talking. He said, what are they talking? And then he realized, my Lord, he said, I cannot tell you, he said. She said, why you can't tell me? I'm your wife. I'm your wedded wife. Your husband and wife should not have any secrets. You should reveal it to me, like that she said. So the king said, no, you know. Uh, so what he did, uh, I cannot tell you, he said. Then she became angry. Then the husband got up and he went to forest immediately. Took his chariot. Taka, 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 went to, my wife is very adamant. She's not ready to listen. She's insisting that I should tell her the meaning. So the rishi said, when somebody is demanding something very unreasonable, the only way they can be pacified is by chastisement, he said. So then he came back. And again, 2 days later, he was sitting in the garden. Again, wife reminded, hey, that day you have not told me what the birds are speaking. She remembered that again. So the king was trying to divert the subject, but she was not able to get diverted. She was insisting again and again. Then the husband said, see, if I tell you what the birds are speaking, one rishi has said, on the spot I will die. She said, that's all right, no problem, tell me, she said. Then he said, hey, are you having any common sense what you are talking? He scolded her. Then she came to good sense. Oh, I am sorry. If you die, then what will happen to me? Who will take care of me? Then she said, okay, I will not ask you. Keep it confidential, she said. So you will always find that, husband and wife, they are partners. They are supposed to, as it is said here, they both are partners in returning back to Godhead. And they should not try to control each other, but protect each other's devotion. You see? So, wife should be, as you grow in your age, you know, uh, see, just a small children, they like to play with toys. You play with which toy? You play with teddy bear? Yes? What do you play with? You play in tricycle or teddy bear? What do you play? Or a Barbie doll? They play with toys, right? Now, look back. You are all playing with toys too. Now, are you playing anymore? Even if there's a toy at home, will any of you play? You have no time for the toys now. Similarly, when one is entering into family life, you beget children, raise them, but afterwards one becomes mature. In raising the children, there is a lot of tolerance, patience is required, lot of challenges in the world. Along with it, when you grow in devotional service, one's maturity grows. In the beginning, when you are a teenager, man and woman look at each other with expectations. Man thinks the woman is beautiful, and the woman thinks the man will take care of me, maintain me. Like a creeper requires a tree for shelter. A woman requires a man for her protection and safety and everything. So they both see like that. But once you marry, bigger children, when you grow, you become 30, 35, the maturity should come that now you see each other as a spiritual partner, as it is said here. And as a gift from Guru and Krishna. Guru and Krishna have given me such a spouse, and because of whose company I am able to practice nicely. Like that one should see as a servant of Krishna. Actually, all jivas are Krishna's part and parcels. Naturally, they are Krishna's servants. If you read 3.15.21, you can read 3:15:21. यत्सङ्कुलं हरिपदानतिमात्रदृष्टैर्वैडूर्यमारकतहेममयैर्विमानैः येषां बृहत्कटितटास्मितशो विमुख्यः कृष्णात्मना नरज आददुरुत्स्मयाद्यै. This is a verse. He talks about how husband and wife in the spiritual world. The husbands look like clouds and the wives are looking like lightning, it is said. So both have very beautiful bodies and they're dressed with a lot of ornaments and everything. But they both are greatly inspired with singing the glories of the Lord. And uh, uh, I may have the video. Let me just check it. If I have it, I can show. My son. सर्वे वैकुण्ठमूर्तयः ये निमित्तनिमित्तेन धर्मेण आराधयन् हरिम्. Yeah, read that.
In the Vaikuntha planets, all the residents are similar in form to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They all engage in devotional service to the Lord without desires for sense gratification.
Yeah. Animittana. This is a propensity. They have no propensity for sense gratification. They want to serve the Lord.
कौसल्या सुप्रजा रामपूर्वा सन्ध्या प्रवर्तते उत्तिष्ठ नरशार्दूल कर्तव्यं दैवमान्धि
यत्र चाद्यः पुमानास्ते भगवान् शब्दगोचरः सत्वं विष्टभ्य विरजम् स्वानां नो मृडयन् वृषः. Yeah.
In the Vaikuntha planets is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the original person and who can be understood from the Vedic literature. He is full of the uncontaminated mode of goodness with no place for passion or ignorance. He contributes religious progress for the devotees.
Yeah. God is completely virajam, is completely free from Rajaguna, Tamaguna. He's completely separate.
Om Namo Nara.
Yatra naistreyasam nama vanam kamadughair sarvartu shibirvibrajat kaivalyamiva murtimat.
Forests which are very auspicious. In those forests, the trees are desired trees, and in all seasons they are filled with flowers and fruits, because everything in the Vaikuntha planet is spiritual and personal.
In all seasons, we get all the. Even now, also people may say we get all foods in all seasons, but it's all put in cold storage, rotting for 8 months. In America, when I went, somebody brought this pomegranate. When I opened it, it was dark red, very nice. I thought it was very good, but when I put it in the mouth, it was all rotten. Because they keep it in cold storage for months together, 8 months, 10 months. Whereas these fruits are fresh, but it's available in all seasons. Yeah. Paravatanyabhritasarasa chakravaka Datyugaham sashukati tirivarhinam yah Kolahalo viramate chiramatra muchair Bhringadipe harikatam ivagayamane.
When the king of bees hums in a high pitch, singing the glories of the Lord, there is a temporary lull in the noise of the pigeon, the cuckoo, the crane, the chakravaka, the swan, the parrot, the partridge, and the peacock. Such transcendental birds stop their own singing simply to hear the glories of the Lord.
There's no envy in the spiritual world. Even the great birds like, cuckoo. Like that cuckoo sings, no? And how the peacock sings. Similarly, the parrots. So each of them is a royal singer. But all those birds, they become kola holo viramate. They become completely quiet. When one bumblebee is coming from the flower garland of Narayana, having seen the beauty of Narayana's face, is going to come and tell tell them about what he saw, everybody becomes quiet. Huh?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hey! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
The transcendental birds are stopping their own singing, simply to hear the glories of the Lord from a simple honeybee which makes sounds like that, isn't it? They are free from envy. Mandara kunda kurabot palacham pakarna punnaga naga bakulam bujaparijataha gandherchite tulasika bharanena tasya yasmim tapassu manaso bahumanayanti.
Although flowering plants like the Mandara, Kunda, Urabaka, Utpala, Champaka, Arna, Unnaga, Nagakeshara, Bakula, Lily, and Parijata are full of transcendental fragrance, they are still conscious of the austerities performed by Tulsi. But Tulsi is given special preference by the Lord, who garlands himself with Tulsi leaves.
See, Tulasi doesn't have a great flower or a fruit, yet Tulasi's devotion is well known. Huh? Like you all know, once Rukmini brought one leaf, Tulasi leaf, and put in the taraju, and Krishna's weight was, very easily counteracted, isn't it? So,
Shri Krishna Preyoshi Namo
bowing down
Namo
to Tulsi.
Tulasi Krishna Preyoshi Namo Namo Broje Radha Krishna Sheba Pavo Eyobi Lashi.
Feet of Krishna. 5 flower-bearing plants are bowing down to Tulasi, you see. Yeah. Vaimanika salalana charitani shashva gayanti yatra shamalakshapanani bartuhu antarjalenu vikasan madhumadhavinam gandhena khandita dhiyopyanilam kshipantaha. Yeah.
In the Vaikuntha planets, the inhabitants fly in their airplanes, accompanied by their wives and consorts, and eternally sing of the character and activities of the Lord, which are always devoid of all inauspicious qualities. While singing the glories of the Lord, they deride even the presence of the blossoming Madhvi flowers, which are fragrant and laden by honey.
Madhvi flowers emanate tremendous fragrance, but the denizens of the spiritual world, they don't care about it because they're busy in service to the Lord. Yat sankulam haripadanati matra drishtair Vaiduryamarakatahe mamayair vimanaihe Yesham brihat katitata smita shobhimukyaha Krishnatmanam naraja adadurutsmayadyehi. Yeah.
The inhabitants of Vaikuntha travel in their airplanes made of lapis lazuli,
Lapis lazuli is Vaidurya. Yeah.
emerald, and gold. Although crowded by their consorts who have large hips and beautiful smiling faces, they cannot be stimulated to passion by their mirth and beautiful charms.
Get in this, you can go and relax there. Sana? So now we showed you about Vaikuntha now, correct now? Why I showed you Vaikuntha? Because this is the way the Vaikuntha residents are. Yeah. Yeah. Read the right side one, practical. This is that part you have to, the right side you can read. Practical. Practice.
Practice mutual upliftment. Chant together sometimes. Read together even 10 minutes daily. Discuss Krishna, not just worldly matters. Encourage, never criticize spiritual efforts.
Yeah. Somebody is making an effort to grow in spiritual life, mutually encourage each other. Yeah. And then?
Krishna becomes pleased when devotees help each other grow.
So in this way, the home can be transformed into a spiritual abode. Yeah.
Cultivate devotee association intentionally. Association does not happen automatically, it must be cultivated. Association is like fire. Without it, spiritual enthusiasm gradually weakens.
Yeah. See, let me tell you a short story. Once upon a time, one small kid, like that boy, how old is he, that boy sitting behind? How old? 9, okay. So somewhat similar to this, maybe 7 or 8-year-old boy, once would come back from the school in the evening. When he would come back at 5, he would go to play cricket. And mom would tell him, "Beta, please come back by 6. Mom, I am coming at 6, he will say, but he'll come back at 9 o'clock. And that went on for 3 months like that. He was doing that. Every day was doing that. One day the mom took the boy to the garden and told him, she wanted to teach a lesson that day. She told him, "Beta, can you pluck these grasses, weeds?" So he could easily pluck the weeds. Then she showed some sapling of some plants which were this much height. So with great difficulty, he rotated them like this, like twisted, and then pulled them out. He could do that. Then she showed a big tree, bubble tree. You know, bubble tree is thorny bush. She said, "Beta, can you plug that out?" He said, "Impossible. I just cannot do it. I need a axe to cut it. Even I won't be able to use the axe properly." And then mom taught him the first lesson, that if you don't remove bad habits in early stage, the later stage they'll become difficult to remove. When they are bad habits, are like laziness is one bad habit, for example. If we don't remove laziness, gradually that becomes like a regular habit. Just like imagine you are playing table tennis in a boat, but there is one hole in the boat. Gradually water is coming in. So that is more dangerous than boat immediately drowning. Correct now? It's like small leak. Laziness is like that. Little by little it'll eat up our spiritual life, lethargy. So mother told him, remove your bad habits in the early phase. Another lesson she taught him, she took him ahead in the garden and showed a very big mango tree, and the boy was amazed. She plucked some mangoes and washed them and offered them to Krishna and gave it to the boy. And the boy ate the mangoes. So that time, the boy was asking the mother, "Mom, this tree is so nice. These mangoes, did it come on its own?" Mom said, "Beta, mango trees don't come on their own. Only weeds come on their own. Mango trees have to be cultivated." She said, I brought the mango seed, I put it in the ground, I watered it. I put a fence around it. I made sure sunlight, everything comes. And over the years, it has grown to a beautiful mango tree. You can see that. So, and this is another lesson she taught him. Good habits have to be cultivated. Bad habits come on their own. It's another lesson. Like lethargy. Did somebody teach you lethargy, or we learned it on our own? Correct? No, it comes easily. Isn't it? Postponing. You say somebody teaches us, it comes on its own. But good habits, we have to cultivate them. So, good habits are like mango trees. That's what is said here. Association does not happen automatically. It's a good habit. It must be cultivated. All of you think for a moment, coming down the staircase is easy or climbing up is easy? Huh? Coming down is easy. Correct? Na? It's very easy. Even from 20 story you can come, gada, 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 you can come, but climbing up. So that means good habits are like which one? Coming down or going up? Going up. Good habits are like that. And bad habits are going down. That's very easy. Correct? No? So association, A, B, C, D, E, you all know that. A for association, B for Bhagavad Gita reading daily, C for chanting, D for devotional diet, and E for engaging in seva. So these habits will come easily, or we have to cultivate? We have to cultivate. Yeah. Read the points below. Invite.
Invite devotees home. Regularly host devotees and create a spiritually surcharged atmosphere in your home.
In whichever area you are all living, you can take some temple devotees and do a Harinam Sankirtan in that locality around. And then give out a flyer with your home address and tell them every, Friday or Saturday or whatever. We are having something like a 6-session Gita course or something like that. So, or 4-part Gita course. We have a GITA, you know that? We have a, what do you call it? Gita in a nutshell. 4 session, anybody will come. In 1 month, we will finish this course, you can tell them. Then you do that, initially 5, 10, 20 people will come. And then you will see that gradually crowd will increase. So that's the first point. Invite devotees home. Regularly host the devotees and create a spiritually charged atmosphere. Next one.
Attend weekly satsang weekly. Make weekly satsang a non-negotiable commitment for the whole family.
This is a weekly satsang program. If we start, your home will be a thrilling place. Because you have to prepare for the lecture, wife has to cook some prasad, and your children will clean up the room and they will arrange the facility. And you will see that everybody is like committed to putting up the program very nicely. Week after week you will prepare nicely and it will become a nice challenge for everybody. Next.
Stay connected with mentors. Maintain regular connection with spiritual guides and participate in seva together.
Everybody needs one superior. Like Prabhujis need some senior Prabhujis, Mataji needs some senior Mataji, whom you can consider as a role model in your spiritual life. Like in Pune, we have Jana Mataji, Satyavati Mataji, Radhika Mataji, Yugal Prema Mataji, Anangmayani Mataji, Rasundari Mataji. These are all for the ladies. Similarly for the men, Jaydev Prabhu, you'll find like that there is Mukudanand Prabhu, Krishneshwar Prabhu, there is Tulasi Prabhu, Vrajananda Prabhu, Atmanam Gaurang Prabhu, like this type of Shuddhan Dayachandra Prabhu, Shvediti Prabhu, many devotees like that. So when you see, some role model Grihasthas, men see men and women see women, then you have some homework to do in your life to become like them, to aspire. Like here, Vyasacharya Prabhu comes here, I heard, correct, no? So in this way, we need one mentor who can handhold us and escort us, and we can keep connection and then in this way we can participate in services. Yeah, read that.
Protecting the morning program.
That's a foundation of spiritual strength.
Foundation of spiritual strength. If morning is won, the day is won. If morning is lost, the mind becomes stronger than intelligence.
Yeah. See, what is the meaning of mind becoming stronger than intelligence? Let me give you an example. You see, you know the story of the lion and the rabbit, correct, no? Once upon a time, a rabbit was caught by a lion. The lion was about to eat him and the rabbit begged, Sir, please spare my life for a moment. I will just go home and say bye-bye and come back. 1 o'clock, I'll be back here. The lion said, what if we don't come back? But the rabbit said, God promised, I'll be back. Then the lion let him go. He ran away. And then instead of coming at 1, he came back at 2 o'clock. And the lion asked him, hey, why are you late? He asked him. He said, sir, on the way there was another very big lion. And that lion claimed that he is the king of the jungle and not you. I repeatedly tried to convince him, but my arguments were of no avail. He's not listening to me. And it took me an hour, sir. That's why I'm late now, he said. Hearing this, the lion became angry and became ego-driven. So when he became ego-driven, he lost his good intelligence. Who? The lion. So he went by the emotions driven by the mind. He went to a reactive mode. See, therefore it is said, don't react with emotions in your mind. Respond with reason in your intelligence, it is said. So he emotionally reacted. He said, take me there. I want to show to that fellow that I am the king of the jungle, he said. So then the rabbit took him there and showed a well. As soon as he peeped in the well, the rabbit said, that is the fellow who is inside. And this lion jumped into the well, and that was the end of the line. So out of the two, who is big, who is small in size? Rabbit is big, lion is big, rabbit is small. But whose intelligence is bigger? Rabbits. Buddhiryasya balam tasya. That's the moral of the Panchatantra story. Buddhiryasya balam tasya. Real strength is with those whose intelligence is active. So out of the two, whose intelligence was active? Rabbit. And whose mind overpowered his intelligence? Lion. That's the point. So you want the mind to be stronger than intelligence, or intelligence to be stronger than mind? What do you think? Intelligence to be stronger than mind. Because intelligence goes by reason. Mind goes by instincts and emotions. So if you're going to be driven by emotion, we are going to be carried away. Like, mind always goes by pleasures, whereas intelligence thinks about consequences. So the morning is one, the day is one. So I can say that the morning chanting is like charging your mobile. Would you like to charge your mobile 20% or full 100% charge? Or yeah? Because if you charge it 20% and take it by 10 o'clock, it will be discharged and you'll be miserable on the road when you want to use it. Similarly, finish all your rounds in the morning. 16 rounds, that's like 100% charging. Then you can proceed. And also morning chanting, we can say it's like armor. Like, we wear a kavach in your body. When you go out, Maya is shooting bullets. Nothing will happen to you. You are protected like that. Yeah, read that.
Sleep early. 10 p.m. at the latest. Avoid late night phone uses. Morning discipline depends on commitment, not mood.
So, if you sleep at 10 p.m., you can easily get up at 4:30, very easily in the morning. 6.5 hours. And avoid late night phone usage. Why? Because if you are going to be watching the phone late night in the darkness, if you are watching the phone, you will not get sleep. Eye pupils of the eye becomes dilated. Then you won't be able to sleep well properly. So morning discipline depends on commitment, not mood, they said. Which means somebody is looking out of the window and is thinking, oh, it's very foggy and very dark. The whole world is sleeping. Why should I get up? If you go by your mood, you will get up at 8 o'clock. If you go by commitment, as it's my commitment to Guru, then you can get up early. Yeah. Is that?
We get fixed time. Rise before or around 5 a.m. Daily, consistent.
Actually, here at 5 a.m., 5 a.m. is written actually 4 a.m. is ideal. If you sleep at 9:30, 10. Because Prabhupada says all devotees worldwide rise by 4 a.m. Prabhupada writes in one purport, he writes that. So then consistently, if you have a habit of rising up, 40 days you do this, it will become a habit for you. Yes?
Chant before the world enters. Mind is peaceful, distractions are absent, and spiritual impressions go deep. Do not postpone chanting, later rarely comes.
Yeah. If you are going to get up late and chant only few rounds and rush to the office or somewhere, it's like a soldier running into the army without weapons. Can you imagine you ran to the army and say that I was in a hurry, so I came fast, but without weapons, what will you fight? Because you go to office, you will quarrel with your colleagues, and you will not be able to decide with clarity. So the chanting calms the mind. The chanting helps you focus also. The chanting gives you inner strength to tolerate the life's challenges like a shock absorber. So we need to wake up early, have a fixed time, and complete the chanting. Amongst all activities, aratis and all can be done later on also. First, chanting is very important. Give priority to the chanting. Read that. Improving the quality of japa.
Improving the quality of japa.
Chanting
with consciousness. Quality improves through humility, not force. Before chanting, pray, Krishna, please allow me to serve you by chanting effectively, attentively. Krishna is personally present in his names.
You are calling out
You are
to a
calling
person.
out to a person, not merely repeating
A sound. Yeah,
sound.
that's true. Because when Draupadi called, Hey Krishna, Hey Govinda, Hey Gopijan Vallabha, when she called, she was calling in this thing, Delhi, Hastinapur. Krishna was in Gujarat, in the western side. But he heard it and he supplied saris, unlimited saris. Gajendra called Narayana, Akila Guru, Bhagavan Namaste. The Lord in Vaikuntha responded to him by coming. Similarly, similarly, you will find Ajamila called Narayana. Immediately Vishnu Dutas were sent. Which means, see how the Lord is able to respond, I will tell you. In your body, if a mosquito is sitting behind you, immediately your hand goes there, wherever it is biting. Because you are conscious of the whole body. Similarly, the whole universe is Lord's body. Anything happening in any part of the universe, Lord can know. He has access easily. Therefore, you call the holy name, immediately you get response from the Lord. Next. Yeah.
Chant with prayerful dependence. Approach each round with genuine humility and longing for connection.
Yeah. So when we are chanting, Prabhupada said, Oh Lord, purify me, uplift me, accept me. That's the meaning in which we should, mood in which we should chant. Purify my heart. Let me give up bhoga vritti and adopt seva vritti. Uplift me and accept me. I am drowning in this world. Like that verse, famous verse, Ayinanda tanuja kinkaram patitam mam vishame bhavam budhau kripaya tava pada pankaja sthitaduli sadrisham vichintaya. I heard a story. Once an ant was roaming in the tree. In a branch, it slipped and fell down. When it fell in the river, which was flowing below, the ant thought, I am gone now. I'm going to be drowned and I'm going to die. But at that time, there was one dove. Doves, dove? Yeah, when dove was sitting in the tree, the dove looked at the poor ant and then he took pity on the ant and plucked one leaf and threw it down. So the leaf exactly fell next to the ant. The ant could board the leaf. And then the leaf, they carried him to the bank of the river and then again the ant climbed up again. So what is the moral of the story? When we fall in this world, like our Bhaktivinoda Thakur says one very famous song, Anadi karma phale padiba varnava jale taribaranade ki upai. He's saying that somehow I have fallen into this, samsara. I have no other way. He's saying, I don't know how to escape this. But, oh Lord, you are very merciful. So the dove is compared to the people like personalities like Prabhupada and Acharyas. And what is that leaf they are throwing? That leaf is ISKCON. ISKCON, chanting, isn't it? Reading, hearing. We get all the activities that will uplift us. Just board that leaf and safely reach to the shores of the world. Shores of the spiritual world. Afterwards. So chant with a prayerful dependence. Yeah, next. Where's the mic with you? Yeah.
Chant together as couples. Couples who chant together develop mutual strength, shared purpose, and spiritual intimacy.
So I don't know how far is this possible because many Matajis have to cook in the morning, and they have to attend to their children. And the Prabhuji has to chant and then go to office. And some families, they're able to do this. In Pune temple, we started the morning prasadam because then the couples don't have to cook at home. They attend the whole morning program and then they take prasad and they pack the same thing to office and go. Only one time they cook in the evening. Morning we give breakfast, we give. So some people take the same to company also. So the whole idea is, if they simplify their life, they can chant together also. Yeah, go ahead, Prabhu.
Three dimension of spiritual growth. Spiritual growth must happen in three dimensions simultaneously for a complete and a balanced devotional life. Internal growth. Personal relationship with Krishna, the foundation. Daily attentive japa, reading, honest self-reflection, humility and dependence on Krishna. Horizontal growth. Relationship with devotees, genuine friendship, service, cooperation, respect. Devotees are Krishna's mercy in visual form. vertical growth, services, and outreach. When you help others grow spiritually, your faith increases. Krishna empowers you, and realization deepens.
Yeah. Like, tree takes water from below and then gives contribution above. Correct, no? In the form of flowers, fruits, branches, and everything, leaves and everything. Similarly, we also, our vertical growth is service outreach. Seva in the temple and outreach by preaching. And horizontal growth is peer association. Like you all can be peers for each other. All the couples. You have each other. And in Kanpur, number of grihasthas are increasing now than before. So with increasing community, you will get each other's association. And some of you start preaching programs. Tomorrow you'll be counselor. You will guide another 20, 30 families you can guide. Yeah. And internal growth we have been speaking till now. Yeah.
The balanced Grihastha formula. Daily practice. For steady progress, maintain balance across all three dimensions every single day. Chant sincerely. Internal. Deepen your personal relationship with Krishna through attentive, humble japa. Connect with devotees. Horizontal. Nourish association. Encourage others and serve together in community. Serve and share. Vertical. Invite devotees. Share prasadam. Speak about Krishna. Support temple activities.
Yeah. See, nourish each other's association, he says. See this. See, these are 10 prachetas, correct now? They all practice devotion service together and they won the heart of Lord Vishnu. Jiva Goswami says, for attaining prema, we have to work in groups of devotees, depend on each other. In Vaishnava line means we come together, read together, cooperatively render service together. So I want to show you something. Just 1 minute. This one. See here. See, these geese go from one place to another. They want to migrate to a warmer place to sort out their winter. See, they go in a V formation. You are seeing that? Why? Because when they fly in a V formation, they increase the flight efficiency by how much? 71%. Read that, lesson 1.
Sharing the same direction and working as a team gets us to the destination quicker and easier. By helping ourselves, the accomplishments are greater.
Yeah. Like all of you Grihastha devotees here, young couples, see, many of the Matajis have small babies now. So many times they may feel little bit of overload in their life. They have to attend to the child, attend to the husband, take care of their own sadhana, cooking and everything. And sometimes the in-laws are not available. You all are living as, how many of you are living as a individual couple without your in-laws here in Kanpur? How many of you are like that? You have, yeah, almost 5, 6 of you, correct? Yeah. So then the whole load of the child comes on the mother, correct now? And sometimes the man also has to do babysitting to help the wife. So life can be challenging. But then if all of you remain a team, how do you remain as a team? On one particular day, you all come together, like Sunday morning or Saturday morning, come to the temple. You can enter some services together, attend the chanting japa together. Then you get a lot of encouragement and support seeing one another. See your music orchestra, I say, performing together. It's like that. See, so many instruments are there. When they all play properly, the whole thing comes out. See, there are 2,000 parts in a car. If every part plays its role, then only car can function. Correct, huh? Nicely. See, although there is army, navy, air force, all of them are ultimately serving the nation. Similarly, grihasthas, brahmacharis, college students, everybody can serve together for a common cause. I read that.
We all share the same direction as we are endeavoring to return back home, back to Godhead. By cooperating with one another and helping one another and appreciating the value of others' association, we can reach our destination of back to Godhead easier, smoother, and faster.
Yeah. When a goose leaves the formation, that's 1 minute on my. Why sound is not coming? Not coming? Not coming there? Actually, that is not full. This is the full. Ordinary, yeah? So, So one interesting thing you see here. See, when one goose leaves the formation, then what happens? He feels the resistance of the air, and immediately he finds it difficult to fly alone. Quickly he'll go and join back. See? Formation, because then it becomes easy for the whole flock. Read that.
By staying in tune and united beside those going in the same direction, the effort will be less. Everyone will be inclined to accept and give help.
Yes. Yeah.
When we leave the association of devotees and try to practice Krishna consciousness alone, because we cannot tolerate the different natures of devotees, then we make our progress in Krishna consciousness difficult.
Correct, no? Sometimes people say, let us have a house far away from temple, because it becomes, living with devotees is a big menace. People think like that. But then that becomes very difficult to practice alone. Look at this fella. Yeah, read that.
If we understand the value of Vaishnavas and learn to tolerate small differences and inconveniences in our path back to Godhead, then all devotees will be inclined to accept and give help.
Correct, no? Yeah. Yeah.
When the leader goose gets tired of flying, he goes to the end of the V formation while another goose takes the lead.
In Grihastha also what happens? Like one husband and wife are serving very nicely in OSU, Ohio State University. Alankar Prabhu and his wife. Now suddenly after 2 years of serving, they got a baby now. I had gone to their home. So the Prabhu was lamenting, Prabhu, ever since his baby has come, we are not able to lead the club. So then they put another couple in the front. And then this couple took a little back seat. Now the child is 2.5 years old now. Again, they have resumed the club now again. Again, they started taking now. So in this way, sometimes you can take lead, sometimes you can follow. Successful bosses learn from people, including their employees. You can also empower the other people also. Yeah, read that.
Lesson 3. To share the leadership, there must be mutual respect between us all the time, gathering our abilities, talents, resources, and combining our faculties. We can share the hardest tasks.
Yeah. Yeah, read that.
The geese flying on a V formation, they quack to encourage to the ones in the front. In that way, they keep the same speed.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, read that.
A timely word of encouragement always motivates, helps, and strengthens. It produces the best of benefits.
Correct, no? We encourage each other. When we all come together, then when we take prasad together, we sing together, we dance together, then we can encourage one another. Yeah.
If we bond together and support each other, if we make true the spirit of teamwork, regardless of our differences, we can rise to meet our challenge. Life will be easier and the passing of years more fulfilling. And we can cooperate in that spirit for pleasing Srila Prabhupada, Guru, and Gauranga.
Yeah, let's be like the geese and fly over. It was nice, no? Geese? So that's what we were saying about internal, deepen your own personal relationship with Krishna. And horizontal is what I showed you, the geese, encouraging one another. And then vertical is invite devotees to share prasad, speak about Krishna, support temple activities, serve and share. This creates complete spiritual strength. The Grihastha life lived as a true temple resident. Yeah. Read that final lessons.
Temple is not a place, it is a lifestyle. A house becomes a temple when Krishna is in the center. Sadhana is daily, devotees association is present, and the service mode is alive. Such a Grihastha home becomes spiritually more powerful than even a temple building because Krishna lives where he is sincerely served.
Isn't it? This way, that's all. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki. Anybody want to share anything? Any of you? Yeah, please give the.
Hare Krishna, Broji. Thank you, Broji, so much for sharing wonderful class.
Yeah.
Broji, I was remembering our voice days. So I was thinking we were like, even from first year, second year, third year, everybody was into like some preaching engagements. So everybody was having some mission, like I have to do some follow-up. I should do some like cultivation of new voice. So I feel that every Grihastha, especially voice trained, should be engaged in some preaching services,
Yes.
some mission.
Exactly.
In that sense, their personal life by default automatically will be in Krishna
That's
consciousness.
very true. Very
Yes,
true.
Guruji.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's what I was telling in the beginning also. I was asking him how many are taking up preaching. If you all take up preaching, things will come out very good, very nice. Maybe it may be difficult for you to take one college and go and develop a center. But Bhakti Vriksha type weekly once, that should be possible. If you just like you all are devotees, you can make similar devotees, you can make educated people. You can consider doing so you can discuss with Premanapu where we can start. We should start in such a manner that young couples, serious people should come up. The end result should be seriously practicing devotees. Otherwise, you can't maintain people who are very dull or lethargic. You need cream. Even if you have few couples, serious people, that's the best. Yeah, Pune and Hyderabad also we are doing that only. If you take up some challenge, then life would be a lot more thrilling. Although it's a little difficult, like a rubber band. When you stretch it, then only it can catch an object. If it is very loose, it cannot catch. Or if you overstretch, it breaks. So one has to have some amount of challenge to have the thrill in life. Yeah. Anybody else? Any of you? Any one point you can share also? You heard many things. Yeah.
Thank you, Raji.
Thank you.
So one thing which I found that as we progress in our life, like 35, 40, we enter there. So some health related issues also start appearing. So I have seen, I developed some condition. So I just started taking some time for yoga in the morning. But then it was like compromising on the time of chanting. So it was like sometimes
You can sleep early and rise very early.
somehow, unfortunately, I'm into a job which still I'm in office right now. It'll end at 11 in the night.
Oh.
And then it's not possible to, sleep immediately. It doesn't come off. So
No, if you are sleeping at 11, you can get up only at 5 or 6.
yeah, that's true. So how,
What time you have to go in the morning to the job?
Sorry?
What time you have to go to job in the morning?
I'm working from home, project.
That's great. What time you get begun?
Generally, 5:30.
No, company job you do from 5:30?
No. I wake up at 5:30.
Wake up,
I start at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Then you have some time.
Yes.
Only thing is before putting your first meal, make sure exercise is over. Exercise should be done before eating.
Yeah. So, okay.
You have time. Like if you're getting up at 5:36,
Yes.
you get up. As soon as you take bath, chant your rounds. A couple of hours, 8 o'clock. Then 8 o'clock, do your yoga, whatever. You take a breakfast at 9, you take?
No, as soon as possible. Actually, the kids are also coming to school, and now she's also teaching in this our Bhaktivedanta school initiative, which we have started here.
Okay.
So I have to help, and of course, some preparing them for school or preparing some breakfast.
Everybody has this difficulty of morning time allotment. This is a challenge for all devotees because our morning program means 2 hours chanting takes considerable time.
Right.
16 rounds chanting. Aratis will take half an hour, you can finish Aratis. Mangalati, Narsagati, Tulsi Arati, if you do half an hour.
So I was just thinking कि earlier जब पहले सुनते थे कि morning में जप नहीं हुआ तो मुश्किल होगा बाद में. But that time it was not at all into consideration only because our lifestyle was like that. But अभी समझ में आता है कि how difficult actually it is. In the morning अगर रह जाता है तो then.
The Brahma Muhurta is very anukul for quality japa. Morning, yeah. Your company job can be like this now, but eventually you can try to change. You can find out whether it can be done early. You get calls from US?
Yes, I have to work with them only from the US.
Correct. That's when you get offshore projects, you have to work. You have to go late.
Yeah.
But if it is one project is over, when you take next project, if it could be a slightly different timing, you can think about it.
Yes, Prabhu, but somehow the nature of the technology which I am in, it like mostly it is like in that
Yes.
shift only. Starting when I was in Bangalore in Bhishma Yoga, I was staying in Bhishma Yoga in 2009-10. So there also I used to come in the around 11:30, 12.
My God.
And somehow I mean because the program was so strong there that devotees would not allow anyone to sleep after 10:30.
You get 4 hours sleep when you get up.
Yes.
My correct. Yes, bro. Yeah.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी। प्रभु जी जब हम प्रचार कार्य करते हैं और स्पेशली अगर यूथ सेंटर हम अपने घर पे चला रहे हैं या बच्चों के साथ एंगेज करते हैं, तो कई बार क्या होता है कि हमें जैसे कोई नेशनलिस्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, वो सपोर्ट तो करता है, पर वो भी एक्सपेक्ट करता है कि हम भी उनके एक्टिविटीज में उन्हें सपोर्ट करें।
Correct.
So how much we should, extend ourselves?
We are extending a lot in Pune. I will give you some examples. Like 1 lakh people, RSS people had a meeting in Pune. We gave free plate of prasadam for them. One evening, khichdi and halwa we had prepared and given from our Annamrit we had given. Similarly, RSS, they have 500 programs they are going to do in Pune now. And for all 500, they have asked ISKCON devotees to give preachers. So they are giving us 45 minutes to speak. So what we are doing is in Marathi language, we are making a write-up, which any speaker can speak in 30 minutes. And we are choosing from congregation, from boys, from brahmacharis. We are going to choose 50 preachers totally. And each of them will do 10 places. They'll cover 500 places in Pune. So we're giving them talk. We are giving them prasad. They have Ram Rath, they call it. You know Ram Rath? So in a year, almost 30 Raths go in Pune. So in all the Ram Rath, we go and do Kirtan. They invited us. We go and do it. So they have their flags of BJP and all that, they do it. But we do our Kirtan and come back. We do like that. So like this, there are 3-4 activities they have planned out with RSS people. Because they are very religious people also, but they don't know much about they are more worried about the patriotism. But we give them this type of supports. Now, in case they tell your students that you come and help us in volunteering, you can give them. Students also like to do some activity. Then they don't like to just sit and listen lectures. They like to do some service also. But we have to take care that they don't pull them into only the nationalism without devotion. That won't be good. Because if they pull them into RSS and they stop coming to classes here, that shouldn't happen. Yeah. We are living in the world. We cannot totally be aloof from it. We have to find out. Of course, we will not work with those who are breaking the relative principles. If they ask us to do something, we cannot do that. Or we cannot work with people if they're anti-Krishna groups. Like certain groups are like that. So we have to ascertain first. Like Brahma Kumaris, they were inviting our group to come and do Harinam. We didn't go because they think Krishna is in heaven or something like that. They have wrong notions they have about Krishna. They have no clear idea. Yeah. They call some human being as God, Shiv Baba, something like that. So we have to be very careful whom we are connecting with. Correct, no? Yeah. Like we even help in Ganapati Baba Moria time. In NIT Suratkal. What we did, we cooked halwa for 800 students. And then we offered it to Krishna. And then we offered it to Ganesh also. On that. And whatever garland we offered to Krishna in the morning, we offered to Ganesh. It's Prasad, Mahaprasad garland, Ganesh God. Then our boys sat together and recited Brahma Samhita, the full, And then they read out that Yat Pada Pallava, Yugam Vinidaya Kumbha. They read out the meaning. Then they told 2-3 pastimes of Ganesh and Kartikeya and Shiva and Parvati. We have pastimes available. Some lessons from that. They told like that. And college was so thrilled. They said, this is wow, it's wonderful. So they started calling our devotees for every festival. Ramnami, they again called our group. Because our group cooks prasad and gives also. So in this way, we can encourage the dharmic people in our own way. Yeah. Like Durga, so many nice things we can say about Durga. Like, Krishna told Durga Mata that you and me will be born as brother and sister in the home of Yashoda. And now you transfer Balaram from the Devaki's womb to Rohini's womb. She says Om, she says, and circumambulates Krishna 3 times and goes. Right now? Similarly, Krishna says, Devi Hesha Gunamayi, Mamaya Duratya, Mame Prapatyanti, Maya Metam Taranti. That we can explain. So many things we can say between Krishna and Durga. Bahiranga Shakti, Antaranga Shakti. So, how Durga Mata helped Jadabharata be saved. So, like this, when you speak on Durga Puja, people like, oh, these Krishna people are not against Durga. Otherwise you say, Durga is a demigod, don't worship and things like that you speak, people get put off. Right? No? So, ISKCON devotees should learn how to coexist in a society where there are people worshipping different devatas and there are nationalists. And these people are not against Krishna worship. So, therefore, we have to chalk out a plan and guide the devotees. They can do that.
Praji, there's one follow-up question which is a little related. So, Praji, sometimes, some students who are already trained, so they might not request like this. But the new students who are coming, so let's say Shivratri is there, and then
we can speak about Shiva.
Yes, so they request that, sir, can we now have a session?
I had one lecture in my channel. I have put it, Shiv or Krishna ke beech mein premmaya sambandh. That is one lecture. So there are 4 or 5 pastimes combining Krishna and Shiva. Very interesting. Like Shiva coming to meet Krishna in Vrindavan. Baby Krishna comes to see. Like that, there are pastimes like that. So if you speak that, they will be very inspired. Yeah.
So there's no harm in, kind of accepting these.
But what you speak is very important. Your talk should not make people conclude that Shiva is also one of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Yes.
Yeah. So what is the content that you deliver is very important.
Yes.
Correct, no? Anybody else? Yeah. Any one point from the talk today, the PPT, anybody remembers? I can put this PPT in. Remember, if I send you, you will pass it to them. Spiritual life at home. Nice topic, not this?
Yes. Thank you, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I just want to share one point which I like the most actually. The morning discipline depends on the commitment.
Yeah.
Not mood.
Yeah, correct. If you're going to wait for the mood will never come. Yeah.
And Prabhuji, one more thing I want to just ask Prabhuji.
Yeah.
For example, when we are living in voice now, then we all are united actually.
Yeah.
Then things will become very, very easy. Means all services, all outcomes are very, very easy.
Yeah.
In terms of preaching and other sevas also.
Yeah.
But right now we all are living in different locations. So how should we aspire or practice so that at least one in a week we can come in a unity?
What do you suggest, Vermambu, for them? Their homes are far, far away.
Actually, I was thinking that this is a very nice group and a group of devotees. Like now, Prabhuji has given a very good beginning to us. So every month
Is there any colony coming next to the temple?
There are colony coming, new Kanpur cities coming up close by.
If the house is very reasonable charges, devotees can consider buying. Like in Pune, we have Golak Vrindavan, Barsana. Like that, it should be at a stone's throw from the temple, walkable. And all these devotees can stay here. Husbands can commute little distance. But for wife, it will be a very valuable thing for the wife because they are all household ladies. They can get each other's association and for taking care of the children. And children are going, like in Pune, if you see Golak Vrindavan, Pune, there will be 50 children playing in the evening, you will see. They have a ground there. All children are thick friends with each other. For the ladies and children, and even the senior citizens, it's very good for them. They make a network, connect with easily. And the husband has to only take a car and go to 1 hour or 45 minutes distance job, which husbands won't mind because the family won't trouble them. Because they have their own, correct now? Because the family, they have their own circle of people. But if husband stays far away from the temple, then husband has to give time for children, for wife, for parents, for everybody has to give time. You all agree what I'm saying? Yeah. If women get their own friend circle, lot of household things will be. My sister, she doesn't speak Hindi. She speaks English and Tamil. But now she's in Canada now, but she wants to come back to Pune only. She says, I feel so safe in this community, she says. Because all, turn around, all Grihastha devotees all around. These people will multiply. Each of them bring 5, 5, 10, 10 couples. It will become a very big community. Yeah. But they have to be able to buy houses which are affordable to them, correct, no? Kanpur, the rates and everything. They have to sell the current house and buy a house close to temple. And they can easily come to temple also. Which is the nearest colony coming here? Anything's coming? Nearest housing colony?
Shri Krishna Ratan. Huh?
Yes.
That is coming. It will take some time. Yeah. And
how far?
within 2 kilometers probably there is like Sri Ram Kripa Estate is one colony, and Amrapali Society, upcoming place where people can take buy land and build on their own.
It's like a plot.
Plot. Apartment wise, there is one coming very close to the temple.
Walkable?
Walkable. Just opposite to this temple.
Really? Okay. You have to cross the road?
Yes.
Or you have by the side of the temple, nothing is coming. Cross the road. If there is something by the side of the temple, it's better than even crossing the road. You don't have to cross also. Is there coming on temple side, something coming? Behind the temple, side of the temple? Nobody has done. It's all empty land, I think. Or in your congregation, some big man is ready to make colony. Why I am telling you, you should think in the long run.
There was some talk about it. Some of the devotees were thinking in this direction. But we are looking for somebody who can bell the cat. There are people who can support, but one person is required. There are people ready to invest also. There are people who are ready to support also. Yeah. But then one who knows the know-how of the whole project, that one was missing. So then we kept it on hold for some time.
Right. If it is coming next to the temple where devotees can just walk down in 2 to 3 minutes, just like Barsana. That is the most ideal. Actually, why the crossing road is not good? For children, it's not good. Children have to cross the road and come. Now, if it is on the same side, parents won't worry if children even walk down from their house to the temple. Nobody needs to, worry about them. Because in the same side. You can keep in mind. Because these are all serious devotees. And if you help them come together, that will be the best help we can offer. Why to stay? See, devotee numbers are not very big. Devotees are rare in this world. Ati durlabham. Huh? And if they can stay together, they will multiply their bhakti very powerfully. And it is so solacing for them when they come home. Evening, they all can meet each other. They can have gatherings together, festivals together. Many of the homes I see in Pune, they celebrate sometimes birthday festival. Some festival, they invite one another. They go. Yeah. Like I go for one program, once a month I go. All for the 25 couples invitee basis. People like Mukhandanand Prabhu, Tulasi Prabhu, Krishna Prabhu, and that kind of cream leaders, and they all are amazed. They are so happy because they are staying together. They have so much of fun. It looks like joint family in the Vedic times used to have. It's like that. For a period of time, they become very thick friends because of helping one another mutually. These devotees, if they come together, if we can make somehow a method, way to come, that will be the best service we can do. Yeah. And many of their small domestic problems will be solved effortlessly. Yeah. Very... actually, if you Vyasacharya Prabhu, you can ask him, and also if somebody from Pune comes, they can come and share for those who are staying in the community next to the temple. Yeah. Especially for women and children, they will need a good company for them. Yeah. Otherwise, they have to solve everything themselves. Yeah. Like in Pune, if anybody passes away, we have a team of 6 people. They'll immediately go and help the family and everything. Yeah. In the same manner, some Mataji is delivering. There are so many ladies who will go and help. Yeah. Many of the ladies delivering, they don't have to go to their parents' home also. Pune only they'll deliver. Yeah. They get a lot of help. But when they stay alone here at different places, they don't get mutual help. They can't give. And also, like he was asking about the morning program. If they're next to the temple, what one couple is doing in Pune, 4:30 to 7, husband will come. And husband will leave at 7 and go to take care of the kids. And wife will come at 7. She will take Shringa Darshan, she will chant for some time, attend Shringa Darshan, and she will attend Bhagavatam class. And next week they will reverse. Then she will come for the 4:30 and then husband will come at 7. Like that they do. So that way they share and the home also is taken care. Correct, no? Yeah. So anybody can remember some points from the class? Any of you? Yeah, Swajit, please.
What is the standard of deity worship one can have at home? Like, it should not become too taxing also, and it should not be very basic also. So, any suggestions
See,
on
you
that?
may not be able to dress the deity every day. No, it's not possible. Some people do once in a week because once in a week when they are at home, they can do that. So that is one thing people do. And with respect to worship, at least one arati in a day, either morning or evening, if you cannot do both. Like in the morning, if you could do Mangalarati, good. If you cannot do, then Gaurarati in the evening. Like that. And offering bhoga, whatever you eat, you offer to Lord. Twice a day, thrice a day. Correct, huh? And if you can celebrate at least one festival in a month, invite some people, cook some prasad and distribute. For the deities, if you can celebrate a festival, that will be great also. Mhm. Yeah. And in homes where they have the vessels used for the deities are washed in one sink. And we don't wash the juta plates and all there. Correct. Now, one sink we keep for the deities. Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Ruji, you mentioned that the partner is like a gift of Krishna and Guru to us, and
Yes.
is like our spiritual companion to our way back home to Godhead. So at times, especially when kids come into picture, and then there are so many aspects in our life, everything like straining, wherever we feel strained at times. We both feel strained at times by raising them and balancing.
Especially till they become 6 or 7.
Yes.
Because once they go to school, the school shares part of the load.
Yes.
Yeah.
So at times there are differences. I mean, and there are difference of opinion. So can you suggest some practical things which we can implement so that the differences don't turn into some quarrel or some
See, the
arguments?
differences come mainly because of expectations. See, in my home, we were 4 of us. But I have seen in Vedic times, if you see, in some families, there are 6, 8 children in some families. You've seen that?
Yes.
Yeah. One of the families, I heard 10 children. Even Bhaktivinoda Thakur had 10 children. How did they manage? Actually, they managed because they did not too much micromanage the children also. They had no expectations from children. They just allowed them to grow on their own. Gave them a lot of freedom. My mother, father, we never had a mobile and all. Nowadays, because of mobile, so many calls people get every day. Parents also very much micromanage and expect a lot of things from children. So, if you make your program simple, sometimes differences are there. Which school we should put the child? Is it an international school or is it a local language school? And like that, when there are differences, those differences heat up the head. Sometimes because if both parties are not ready to give up, they are adamantly sticking. That causes problem. Or another problem that comes is one out of the two want to be lenient, and the other one doesn't like lenience. One want to be strict.
Yes.
Like Yashoda is strict with the stick. Nanda Baba is very lenient. But Yashoda never scolds Nanda Baba. Why are you lenient? Because one should be lenient. One has to be strict. And the combination makes the life good for the child. Because diversity is good. Without diversity, the child will not know where to go. One of the two should be lenient. Correct, ma'am? So many times I feel the parenting principles are not known to parents. I would say that all of you as parents, many are budding children, so it would be nice to read that book called Art of Parenting. In Pune, we have our voice publication book is available. If you get some copies, everybody can have that. Very helpful it is. Thank you. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.